Well, turning now to the latest out of Washington, Vice President Harris giving herself some separation from President Biden with a proposal from her on taxing the ultra-wealthy. Here with the latest, we've got our very own Ben Werschkul. Ben, thanks so much for joining us here. So I'm curious if you can break down the key differences in this policy proposal versus what we know the Biden administration had already had in place, and how that plays into how Harris is sort of positioning herself heading into November.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we got a little bit of daylight in here now between Harris and Biden. What's at issue here is a corner of the tax code for the top rate for capital gains. This only applies to people making over $1 million a year. What this group currently pays is 20%. Biden had proposed a rate that was in line with wages, so 37 to 39%, depending on a few other factors. Harris has picked a number that's sort of right in the middle, 28%. So she wants to have a 28% rate on long-term capital gains for these groups. So this is what she announced this yesterday, and this is kind of part of an overall positioning that you're seeing this whole week of kind of being more business friendly. A couple of weeks ago, we saw her release some proposals around the cost of living, groceries. This is business week for the Harris campaign. She released a small business plan about a $50,000 tax credit for small businesses. This is clearly an outreach to the kind of investor business community. And in her speech yesterday, you saw her try to sort of say, we picked this rate to encourage investing because we know that's important. So she's trying to reach out. How it's received is still to be determined. It's still being figured out. The one thing I will note, because I know our audience is sort of waiting to hear on this too, is that the unrealized capital gains part of the Biden plan isn't being touched. She's still supportive of that. This is a plan to look at unrealized capital gains for the ultra wealthy, people with over 100 million. So that's still changing. That's still a big sore spot for the business community that's waiting to be worked out.
All right, Ben, thanks so much for breaking this down. A lot of valuable insights there. Yahoo Finance's own Ben Werschkul. Appreciate it.